In the golden twilight of the 1960s, America wasn't just building cars, it was building statements. Sculpted in steel and chrome, these machines were less about transportation and more about domination. At the center of this storm stood two giants: the 1968 Cadillac Eldorado, a radical front-wheel drive icon of American innovation, and the 1969 Lincoln Continental Mark III, Ford's answer to a luxury question Cadillac thought it had already answered. Two legends, born to rule, but only one would sit atop the throne. This is their story. By the end of the 1960s, the American luxury car scene was exploding. With over $2.5 billion in annual revenue, the market had become more than a niche. It was a battlefield. European. Brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Jaguar brought finesse and engineering, but to American buyers they felt cold, clinical, and cramped. Stateside, luxury was defined not by lap times or Nürburgring records, but by sheer presence, pillowy ride quality, and immense power underfoot. And on that stage, Cadillac and Lincoln reigned supreme, with badges that spoke louder than any price tag. But competition was rising. The Buick Riviera blurred the line between elegance and performance. The Oldsmobile Toronado brought bold engineering with front-wheel drive. Even the Ford Thunderbird, once a sports coupe, had ballooned into a four-seat luxury cruiser. In this heated climate, it wasn't enough to have heritage. Cadillac and Lincoln had to innovate or be outshined. Cadillac didn't flinch. It went radical. In 1967, it dropped a bomb on the industry with the Eldorado, unlike anything else on the market. Gone were the rounded forms of the past. In came a sharp geometric coupe that looked more like a concept car than a production model. But beneath the skin lay the real revolution: front-wheel drive. Using GM's experimental unitized power package, borrowed from the Olds Toronado, Cadillac engineered a layout that paired a 472 cubic inch V8 with a transaxle up front. It eliminated the transmission hump inside, gave better traction, and made packaging more efficient. This was the future, so much so that Cadillac engineers were already testing V12s and even a 530 cubic inch V16 prototype for the next leap. Though those monsters never reached production, the Eldorado made a clear statement: innovation and power could coexist. At Ford, one man saw Cadillac's rise as a personal challenge: Lee Iacocca. A visionary with a flair for marketing and design, Iacocca pushed the Ford design team to craft a vehicle that would not only compete with the Eldorado, but outclass it. The result was the Lincoln Continental Mark III, released in early 1968. And it wasn't just a new model. It was a mission statement. Built on a stretched Thunderbird platform, the Mark III returned to classic luxury roots: a 460 cubic inch V8 delivering effortless torque, rear-wheel drive for traditional ride dynamics, and a cabin dripping in real wood, rich leather, and chrome accents. Lincoln didn't chase engineering flash. Instead, it doubled down on the qualities its buyers wanted most: isolation, silence, and status. The Mark III was smooth, sophisticated, and built like a bank vault. It wasn't trying to be the future. It was trying to be perfect. Naturally, the industry couldn't help but compare. In 1970, Motor Trend began a series of annual tests, pitting the Cadillac Eldorado against the Lincoln Mark III in a contest of performance, luxury, and style. Round 1. Acceleration. Cadillac's new 500 cubic inch V8 gave it the edge, pulling 0 to 60 in just over 9 seconds. The Lincoln? Respectable, but a step behind. Round 2. Ride and comfort. The Lincoln's rear-wheel drive setup and refined suspension soaked up bumps like butter. On rough roads, it was the car you wanted for the long haul. Round 3. Interior and fitment. The Mark III's interior wasn't just comfortable, it was opulent. Cadillac felt modern and clean, but lacked the warmth and craftsmanship Lincoln delivered. Round 4. Steering and handling. Surprisingly, the Eldorado turned in tighter and had a more connected feel thanks to its front drive layout and better weight distribution, and year after year the battle raged on. In 1971, Cadillac's redesign was met with mixed reviews, giving Lincoln the style advantage. By 1974, the Lincoln wasn't just prettier, it was faster, smoother, and crowned king once again. 1972 was the tiebreaker. Motor Trend doubled down, sending both cars on a week-long journey filled with highway runs, city commutes, and even owner surveys. Cadillac Eldorado excelled on the open road. Its straight-line stability, comfortable front seating, and massive torque made it a highway king. But in the fine details, Lincoln edged ahead. Its rear seat comfort, quiet ride, and long-term value retention made it a better overall package. While the Eldo was a thrill to drive, the Mark III, soon to be replaced by the Mark IV, was a more complete luxury experience. Result? Dead heat. Cadillac may have won the tests, but Lincoln won the hearts. Decades later, the Cadillac Eldorado and Lincoln Mark III are more than just vintage coupes. They're icons. When collectors Sandy Edelstein and Scott King brought both cars together in Palm Springs, something became clear. These weren't just relics, they were rolling expressions of ambition. The Eldorado still looks daring, angular, futuristic, commanding. It's a time capsule of a company pushing boundaries. The Lincoln, by contrast, feels regal, a car designed not to wow, but to impress quietly. In today's era of soulless SUVs and cookie-cutter sedans, these coupes are a masterclass in individuality. So, who truly won? The Eldorado was a technological marvel, proving front-wheel drive could work in a luxury coupe without compromise. The Mark III. It perfected what American luxury buyers wanted: comfort, class, and quiet dignity. In truth, they both wore the crown, in different courts. The Cadillac represented progress. The Lincoln, perfection. Today, they remind us of a time when luxury meant bold choices, not just options lists and infotainment screens. These were cars with soul, and the road was there. Kingdom, thanks for joining us on this journey through automotive royalty. Which one would you choose, the daring Eldorado or the dignified Mark III? Drop your pick in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the golden age of American steel. Until next time, drive proud.